The haters are going to say Prince Harry is being held hostage and he's miserable and he absolutely hates his family and he's having a terrible time. Yep, that's definitely what the haters are going to say when they see this picture.
Did Her Royal Highness the Duchess of Sussex, formerly known as Meghan Markle, post Princess Diana's final resting place on her latest Instagram photo dump of her family's vacation to Europe? Let's first look at her Instagram, because that's where we're going to find the proof, right? As we can see, there is no proof. There are no photos of Princess Diana's final resting place. There aren't even any photos of Princess Diana's memorial. If you want to know what her memorial looks like, here we have from Charles Spencer's Instagram when he posted Princess Diana's memorial after it was refurbished. We do know from the photos that the family was there visiting Althorp and visiting Charles Spencer, and also some super sleuths already figured out that the family was going to be there because Althorp House has its own Instagram page, and it was going to be closed for 2 days in July that lined up with the timeline that Meghan and Harry were supposed to be in the UK. The photos that Meghan shared when they were on the Althorp estate are photos that you can quite literally find online, like the one with Lily in the background, and then you have like Archie and Harry walking a little bit further than her. Yeah, you can find those photos online when you look up Althorp Garden.
Have you ever heard a man whine about a woman he never even dated the way Piers Morgan whines about Meghan, Duchess of Sussex? It's really quite sad, to be honest.
I was put in an impossible position of either apologising for disbelieving her, when I saw no evidence it was true, or I had to leave. That's the personification of cancel culture, particularly when I then discovered, after I'd gone, that Meghan Markle had written to my female boss at ITV demanding she fire me the night before I got fired.
What boss?
My female boss.
Did you have to point out her gender? It's giving sexism and misogyny, Piers. Piers Morgan has been talking about Meghan for so long. She should start charging him rent. Piers, this obsession is pathetic. Every interview, every podcast, every television appearance, you find a way to drag Meghan's name into the conversation. It has been years. The Oprah interview aired in 2021, and you're still living the same grievance like it happened yesterday. Now you're claiming Meghan wrote to your boss and demanded that ITV fire you. Okay, show the letter. Show the sentence where she demanded your firing. Show the receipts. The public records show that Meghan did complain to ITV after you dismissed her account of experiencing suicidal thoughts. Her complaints focused on the damage your comments could cause to people struggling with their mental health. There is no public verified evidence that she demanded you be fired. You expect people to accept your version because the Piers Morgan said it. That is ego. This story stopped about being Meghan a long time ago. This is about you and your inability to let go. You have turned a woman into the centerpiece of your public identity. You keep recycling the same resentment, repeating the same accusations, and using her name to generate another headline. Meghan moved to California. She built a life. She's raising her children. She's launched businesses. She produced television. She moved forward. You stayed trapped in 2021, shouting her name into every available microphone. Maybe you were fired because you're an arrogant, insufferable egomaniac who pulls diva moves like this.
That you don't like Meghan Markle. You've made it so clear a number of times on this programme. A number of times. And I understand that you've got a personal relationship with Meghan Markle, or had one, and she cut you off. She's entitled to cut you off if she wants to. Has she said anything about you since she cut you off? I don't think she has, but yet you continue to trash her.
Okay, I'm done with this.
No.
Sorry. No, sorry.
Do you know what? That's
You
pathetic.
can trash me, maybe not mine.
No.
See you later.
I'm being...
Sorry, can't
This
do
is
this.
absolutely diabolical behaviour.
How many more years is Piers Morgan going to blame Meghan, Duchess of Sussex for a career decision ITV says he made himself? Man up, Piers. Stop being such a little bitch. And that's the read. If you like your tea hot, share it, save your seat, and follow for more. This is the Notorious JTB, notoriously opinionated, signing out. Can someone check on the Deranger boycott brigade? Because after all the dramatic countdowns, the angry posts, and the non-stop declaration that Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, was finished, MasterChef Australia just served them a plate of humble pie. More than 1.16 million people tuned in. It became one of the biggest episodes of the season. It delivered the show's biggest Sunday audience in years, and its highest overnight streaming audience ever. Yikes. Imagine organizing boycotts and manufacturing online outrage, only to help create one of the biggest television moments of the season. At this point, the Derangers have become Meghan's most reliable, unpaid marketing team. They spend days insisting nobody cares, then remind the entire internet exactly where and when to tune in. Thank you for your service. Meanwhile, the people who actually met Meghan had nothing but positive things to say. The judges described her as warm and gracious. Contestants were excited to meet her, and when she was asked whether she preferred Duchess or Meghan, she smiled and said, "Call me Meghan." While the outrage machine was busy spinning another narrative, the audience was busy watching the actual show. Here's the reality. Outside of their own little echo chamber, hardly anyone is buying the manufactured outrage anymore. The endless rage posts, boycott campaigns, and recycled tabloid talking points keep getting louder, but the audience keeps making up its own mind. So how much longer are they going to keep insisting Meghan is irrelevant when the ratings keep proving otherwise? At some point, you have to stop arguing with strangers on social media and start paying attention to the scoreboard. The viewers showed up, the streaming numbers showed up, the success showed up. That's the only opinion that actually matters to the networks. At what point do the haters accept that the manufactured outrage, the tabloid narratives, and the non-stop attacks are mostly just echoing around their own little mean girl club, while everyone else is simply just watching the show? And that's the read. If you like your tea hot, share it, save your seat, and follow for more. This is the Notorious JTB, Notoriously Opinionated, signing out.
Oh.
Really?
No, there weren't a lot of, if I was going in for an audition, it was either, you have to remember, this was a very different time than it is now. It was Girl Next Door. That was typically blonde-haired, blue-eyed, and a certain look.
Fair.
But because I'm half white, I would also be submitted for those roles. And then if it was a character that had any sort of ethnicity, there was always a bit of a edge to those characters, but I'd be submitted for those roles. And I also, to a lot of people in casting, they thought I was Latina. So I share that because, and I've shared this before, it was a numbers game. If I'm only up for 10 parts, that could be 10 no's. But if I'm up for 30 parts, because I can fit into so many different rooms, that could be 30 no's. That is a lot to chip away at your self-esteem. That is really hard. And I think so much of that, like I went through my chapter of self-doubt as an auditioning actor and beyond that. And when you're so consumed with what everyone around you thinks of you, that can be a really hard way to live. So I think as I've gotten older, certainly in my 40s and as a mom, you want to set the example for what your children are going to think about themselves. And that you can't have an imposter syndrome around.
No way.
You have to be so authentically the role model and the example of confidence, self-forgiveness, kindness, fun, all of those things. Like, you can't fake that. You want to model that for them. So all of that really shifted in the past 6 years of becoming a mom for me.
Yeah, no, I really understand that. And I think that you're completely right. Are there practices that you have to tune out self-doubt? Like, are there things that you do in your day?
Oh, I wish I could say that I meditated every day. Or no, I don't. And then when I say to someone, like, I don't have time to meditate, they say, well, you should meditate twice as long. And that's really a cue that you need to do it twice. I would love to take my own advice and say meditate. I don't. I jump right into things. I will always phone a friend when I'm having moments. And I'm very fortunate to have a lot of female friends that are founders who have been through some version
Are you calling on them?
Of course.
Yeah.
I'm so lucky in that regard. Oh my gosh, guess what just happened? They go, that's totally normal, Meg. Totally normal. Just power through it. So talking to someone who's been through it and is on the other side.
It has now been estimated that Meghan Sussex wearing all of these different brands in Australia for 4 or 5 days has brought in over $51 million in value for all of those different brands. And most of those brands were small and female owned and most likely promoting sustainability as well. Haters are gonna hate that she has this much influence, but these numbers cannot be faked. It has now been estimated that Megan Sussex wearing all of these different brands in Australia for 4 or 5 days has brought in over $51 million in value for all of those different brands. And most of those brands were small and female owned and most likely promoting sustainability as well. Haters are gonna hate that she has this much influence, but these numbers cannot be faked. It has now been estimated that
Hello, my people. Lady Rosie here. How y'all doing? All my new subscribers, you're welcome. And my returning subscribers, y'all know I love you guys. This is sun out here. I came out here to contemplate this land. See how beautiful this place look? Yep. New house projects. We got all these brand new homes. See all these homes? They look beautiful, ain't it? Oh yeah. So this is actually new residential area in Colorado. Yep. They're developing the area. So see all this side here? It's still empty. They're still building stuff. And then all those other corners there, they got stuff built already. I see how beautiful. Yep. Beautiful Colorado. Beautiful new neighborhood. But I'm not really sure about them homes though. You know? They don't look that bad. They look good. Okay? But I'm questioning the materials that built those homes. For some reason, they look a little bit too shiny in my head. No, I don't know. You know, sometimes I just think too much sometimes. They look beautiful, don't get me wrong. But my question is, how long they gonna last? How long they gonna last? Beautiful homes. The materials look too shiny, which is telling you there are no organic materials building them homes. You know, the organic materials are made from this sand that you see down here, and you mix those sand with cement down here, make those solid concrete, and then after that you make a foundation with all those rocks. Those are organic materials in my builder's mind. Okay? In my builder's mind, those cement and those sand and all those bricks are all made from organic materials. But the thing that y'all got on them homes, I got a question. I got a question. But, well, it is what it is. So we just watching the neighborhood develop and get some homes, get stuff for business and all those. But I'm just hoping that my home's gonna last. Okay? I'm just hoping them homes gonna last. Because if them homes don't last, then somebody gonna have a problem. And they're gonna have problems with me. And I always tell people, if you're looking for any kind of trouble out there, don't be looking for no damn troubles with me. Just to let me be. And then if you want to take my money, make sure you solidify everything that you're building around. Okay? Let me show you guys this little park here. Everything looks so good. Yeah, they got this little fire pit right there. We got charcoal. So you can come sit down here and a barbecue. And all those, you got trash can there looking all good. So this is a little tiny man-made park in this new neighborhood in Colorado. So if you got you some kind of money and you want to buy you some kind of one of them lands, see you got right here, they got some little plots that you can purchase and try to develop something. If you wish to move down here. You know? All right, guys. I'll talk to you guys again later. I'm always thinking about money. I know sometimes I tell people just give me my middle name. My middle name is Money. Yes, you heard me. That's my middle name, Money. Woo, hallelujah. God bless y'all, guys. I'll talk to you guys again later.